Hi guys, it's Elena from Financialdemics, where I give you the tips and tools to manage your money, increase your savings and your income, and decrease your debt. And today I'm coming to you real quick to talk about this payroll tax holiday deferral. So if you're looking to get your money right and build a strong financial foundation, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss another one of my uploads. The suspension of the payroll tax payments for employees went into effect on September 1st of 2020. And I talked to you about it before in this video that I will link here, talking about the different executive orders that the president signed on August 8th. But now that the day is here, I kind of want to talk about the options that are available to you, especially since the IRS has issued some guidance. So the payroll tax deferral. So the reason why I'm calling it a deferral is because you will have to pay it back. It is not a holiday. Holidays you don't pay back, right? Deferrals you have to pay back. So it is a deferral on payroll tax. So if you ever look at your check stub, there's a line that says FICA. In that line, usually they take out 6.2% for Social Security, and then they take out an additional 1.45% for Medicare. Well, under this executive order, that 6.2% that is taken out for Social Security would be suspended for all employees who make less than $4,000 biweekly or $104,000 for the year. So if your employer decides to participate in this, then you will not have that Social Security tax portion withheld from your paycheck from September 1st, 2020 until December 31st, 2020. And before you get excited, let me tell you, even though your paycheck may increase for that time, starting on January 1st, they're going to start withholding that money again. But they are also going to withhold the additional 6.2% that they didn't withhold from September to December from your checks also. So from January 1st to April 30th of 2021, they're actually going to withhold 12.4% from your check, which makes your check lower than it is right now. So to be clear, they're going to withhold that 6.2% that they normally have to withhold starting in January, plus the 6.2% that they didn't withhold from September 1st to December 31st of 2020, which may be the reason why your employer may not participate. So it's up to the employers to decide on whether or not they're going to participate or not. And so it's something that you really can't opt out of. It just depends on, is your gross pay under $4,000 bi-weekly? And before you look at your employer sideways, keep in mind, this is a liability for them also, because even if they did decide to not withhold the Social Security from September 1st to December 31st of 2020, they still have to make sure that they withhold it at the beginning of next year, which can be a problem because we know that there's always that risk that an employee may leave. So that puts that employer on the hook for that money and nowhere to pull it from. So it's not really a good thing for employers either. I really don't think this is helping the American people. For those who are still working in this current time, that is putting them in a worse position later, especially after the holidays. We have to be realistic. We know that a lot of money is spent during the holidays, and maybe it'll be different this year. I don't know, but it's just not a good look, especially if you are paycheck to paycheck. If your employer does decide to participate in this payroll tax deferral, then make sure you save that difference of that money. And some of you are going to be like, well, how would I know the difference? If you're working the same amount of hours every week, you can just go look at your pay stub, maybe the last pay stub that you received in August, and see how much they withheld for FICA. Now, granted, it does include Medicare, but that's just giving you a general amount of how much they withheld. We know most of it is for Social Security, and save that money because you're going to need that money come January 1st, 2021, when they start withholding that additional 6.2% from each one of your paychecks until April. And if you're looking for additional ways you can save money in the meantime, then definitely check out my savings playlist. I will link it here, but I definitely wanted you to understand what is happening with this payroll tax deferral. I'll also link an article below that talks about it, but just know this. It doesn't look as good as they're trying to make it look. It is definitely a deferral. It is not a holiday. And it's not a tax cut, because if it was a cut, you wouldn't have to pay it back, okay? So in the comments below, let me know, what do you think about this payroll tax deferral that they're doing? Let me know if your employer is doing it. And if you don't know, hey, you can ask them if they're going to participate. That's the best way to do it. You don't have to wait and get surprised on your paycheck to find out. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps get it out to more people. Also, share it with your friends. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe below. I drop videos weekly about the foundations of personal finance so that you're able to build that foundation and build wealth behind it. And I'll see you next week with an all new video.